Valentine's Day, it is exactly a week away, so romance is on the mind more than usual. But if you're looking for love online, the Cupid behind the keyboard might not be the love of your life and could be just a liar. The telltale sign, of course, asking for money. Romance scams cost victims more than $1 billion last year, according to the FTC. Lachelle Yates with the Better Business Bureau sees those kinds of reports that are done on Scam Tracker firsthand. People here in the Triad all over the nation, they have talked about that they have lost money, and of course they are heartbroken when this happens.
Yes, they are. And we hate to get those reports, and you hear these reports and you think it can't happen, but those statistics don't lie and the reports don't lie. I mean, you think it won't happen, but it does. You get sucked in. It's so true. I mean, confidence man is short for con man. The people behind the keyboard are good. They know what to say. They know how to gain your confidence. So you really have to be careful and you really have to know. I think the key is knowing that romance scams exist. So knowing that the person, again, behind the keyboard could be a liar. So you have to know that romance scams exist and that the person could not be who you think they are.
Yeah, I think the thing is most everybody thinks, well, it could not happen to me. It won't happen to me. I would know if it was happening to me. So let's go over some of the telltale signs of how the romance scam works so that we can kind of dig into each one of those.
Yeah, so there are 5 things to know, and there are some red flags. So the first thing to know is that scammers create fake profiles on dating sites, on social media, and on gaming apps. And they do that by stealing photos and texts from real accounts or from elsewhere. And today, they may use AI to create pictures and texts. And I tell you, the photos of the men and the women, they are going to be hot. Too hot to be true in a lot of instances. So that's
Okay.
red flag number one. Second, they take the conversations off the platform if they're on the dating sites. This makes it harder for dating sites to shut the scammers down. So that's red flag number two. Three, they move fast. The scammer is going to start speaking of a future together and tell you that they love you very quickly. Over a short period of time, the scammer starts to build that fake relationship with you, exchanging photos, romantic messages, even talking on the phone now with the help of AI. But for the most part, they don't want to meet. So that's red flag number three. Four, they have a hard luck story. Just when that relationship seems to be getting serious, your new sweetheart has a health issue or a family emergency or a business issue, and they, of course, want money. That's red flag number four. And of course, they want the money from you. And then five, once they take the money, they cut off contact. That's the best case scenario, that they cut off contact and don't ask for any more money. But a lot of times they do end up asking for more and more money and then end up bleeding your bank account dry.
All right, I just want to go back to like the first thing about the fake pictures and stuff. Some of those pictures are real. They just steal them off the internet. So it's like, should one of the things, if you meet somebody, should you like put that picture on Google and see if it's somewhere else?
You can save yourself a lot of heartache. As soon as you find somebody that you're interested in, do a reverse image search on Google or use the website 10i.com. Plop that picture in there, see if they show up someplace else on the internet, on other social media, on other dating sites. You could also do a search for their social media profile name, for their email address, and their phone number, and see where else that shows up online and see if there's anything fishy. That'll save yourself some heartache right there.
Okay. And so a lot of us, I'm not going to say, there's been lots of people who've met and married their, spouse within like a couple of months, right? So, and those things are real. So some people may not get that whole caught up in the whirlwind romance thing. So that may not tip them off. Let's talk about the ask for money, the situation, whatever it happens to be. They're not going to be like so, obvious and say, I just need money from you. They're going to make up some kind of story.
Oh, yeah, it's always going to be some sob story. It's a health issue. It's a family member. It's some sort of business emergency. They're never as obvious as I just need money. Also, in this day and age, too, they are pitching investments with cryptocurrency. So that's also a tip off. And one thing to be really careful about is they are going to ask you to wire the money. They may ask you to send it by a peer to peer payment system. And once you do that, if you hand that money over, it's like handing over cash, and it is virtually impossible to get it back. So just realize that. Also, they may ask you for your credit card so that they could book a flight. Don't hand that over because now they have access to your credit card and can use it to buy other things as well. And also realize that sometimes with romance scams, they can be nefarious and you could be used for illegal activity. So don't hand over your bank account information either to someone that you don't know.
All right, these are good recommendations for us to keep in mind, especially with Valentine's Day around the corner. Lachelle, we appreciate this. You might need to send this interview to someone else, right? You may have a friend or a family member that needs to hear this. This is going to be in the Two Wants to Know section on our website in just a few moments.